Quadri, how you doing, dude?
I'm very fine.
Awesome.
Especially, I was able to get to round of 32 in World Championships, of which it has never happened to me before. So I'm actually very happy.
And you played Fan Zhendong,
Yes.
obviously the world number one. It's tough to play these guys.
Yes, it's unbelievably difficult to play against him. When you are playing against this kind of players in the world, it means they are kind of players that normally do not make mistakes, like we do normally make mistakes. So it's always very difficult to play against him. But I think I did much more better than the first time we met.
Good.
2 years ago at the Swedish Open quarterfinal, if you could still remember. It went so fast, but 3 days ago it was a little bit difficult for him. He was actually fighting in the first set. So I think had it been I was able to win the first set, maybe things might change. I knew he's much more better than me, but anything can happen if I was able to win the first set. But of course, he always came back because he's much more better.
Looks like you're playing really well. And just to say, you're in a French t-shirt, so you must have watched the World Cup last year.
Yes, of course. I love French team. Of course, there are so many blacks there, and it's one of the teams that people really love in the history of football. And of course, Gauzy is playing today, so I'm putting on
Nice.
French t-shirt in order to support Gauzy. But of course, Mathias is also my good friend. So good luck to both of them.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting between those two.
Of course.
Especially-
Also, we are looking forward to another great history after several years ago. So one of them will be able to win a World Championship medal, which is something that is very good. And we are also very happy that in this World Championship, there's not going to be Chinese final.
Very
So it's something very good. I think the new world ranking system and the great performance from Simon Gauzy 3 days ago actually made this happen. So it's a very big history.
That's fantastic. And do you want to say a bit about your life, Quadri? You have such a big fan base. Just walking here, everyone was, Quadri, can I take a photo with you? You're so liked amongst the table tennis world. And I think one of the reasons is because you show so much passion when you play, and people can relate to that. Where does your passion come from?
I think this is coming naturally, and I can actually say this is also coming because my color is different from others. There are so many players in the world much more better than me. But of course, my color, it's a little bit strange to the fans of the table tennis across the world. Like someone who is black from Africa is doing something like this. Even Omar Assar, they see Omar Assar as a European. So I think this is the main reason why some of them are showing huge love for me, and I always appreciate them back.
Well, that's amazing. But also, I think when you play, you also show so much charisma and fighting spirit, and big fist pumps, and you can see you always give 110%. Not every player does that.
I think it's something normal, especially when you come from Nigeria. We call something never die attitude. So we are always very stubborn players from Nigeria. We never give up. So we keep fighting and fighting. And we always believe in ourselves. If you could still remember 3 days ago, I was fighting harder and harder. First set and fourth set. I was also fighting in the other set. But I was fighting until the end. So I was never give up. And that is always helping me a lot.
It's fantastic. I mean, you're 23 in the world right now, which is amazing. And there are players who are, I guess, 100 in the world who have come from really good conditions, from a table tennis nation background. So when you were growing up in Nigeria, how was your training conditions? And is that one of the reasons that's given you this determination? Because, it's amazing how good you are.
It's a very simple question to answer. Coming from Nigeria was not that easy because we don't have up-to-date facilities. The government are not also supporting the sport just like they are supporting football. So it was very, very difficult. But I think I was actually lucky 9 years ago, I went out of Nigeria. I got club in Portugal.
What age were you then? What age?
I was 21 because right now I'm 30.
But to get to the age of 21, you must have been at a good level to go to Europe.
I think only in Nigeria I was having a very good level. But I remember vividly year 2010 in Dubai, World Team Cup. We played against Germany, and I was really lucky to play very, very well. And for that reason, I got a club from Portugal.
Wow.
And my performance in Dubai gave the clubs in Europe the assurance that I'm able to play in Europe. Something like I'm up to the task. So after I came to Portugal, I was able to practice with up-to-date facilities. I was able to meet better coaches than we have in Nigeria. And it started something like 5 years ago when the new president came in, Barrister Enita Oshodi. He started investing his personal money on me while I was also combining some part of my salaries. So I was able to play some tournaments regularly. Almost every month I was playing.
Fantastic.
But like 1.5 years, nothing was working. I was losing and losing. But just like I said earlier, the spirit from Nigeria, never die attitude. I was actually putting that into myself. Then finally it happens like one Spanish Open, I was able to go to round of 16 or quarterfinal. Then that was how it started.
Sure. I love the attitude, the never die attitude. You know, you're a strong guy, you've got good physique, you're an athlete. When you were younger, you were probably good at many sports. Why didn't you choose football in Nigeria? What made you choose to take table tennis?
I'm actually a very, very bad football player.
Really?
Really, really. I'm so bad.
You're strong. You'll be good on the ball.
I'm so bad at football, but I really don't know if I'm able to get trained in a very good club. Maybe I can be a better player. But when I was in primary school and secondary school, I used to run 100 meters race and 4x100 meters relay race.
Quick?
So
How quick?
I was actually good in that until I get to secondary school. Then I realized I'm much more better in table tennis because it was when I was in secondary school. I played my cadet tournament. That was in the year 2000. Then I was able to win as a first timer. So that gave me huge assurance that I have to leave athletics. Then I focused more on table tennis. But I was actually initiated into table tennis with my elder brother. My elder brother used to play table tennis before, but right now he's not playing.
Big rivalry.
Yes, so I saw him playing. Then through him, I got interested into table tennis.
Amazing. For young kids in Africa or Nigeria, anywhere in around the world, what advice can you give them if they want to become you one day? How do they do that?
Of course, I always tell them that they should always believe in themselves. They should never give up. You know, some of the kids from Africa, they are not born with silver spoon. Some of them are born poor. But if you are born poor, it doesn't mean you will end up poor.
Okay.
You know, especially when you are poor, it is always very difficult to succeed, to grow up. But if you are actually focused, hard working and believe in God, I think it is very, very possible. So I think they should believe always in themselves that they can achieve almost everything. Frank Dong today, he started like 7 or 6 years ago to play in international tournament. He was so good, but initially he was not winning every matches. So it means he kept on practicing, working very hard and believing in himself before he got to the stage. And just like every other player, so it's always the same thing. Even if you are good, you still have to believe in yourself because there are so many players that are very, very good as you are. So if you don't believe in yourself, you will give up easily.
I think as well, some players, they get satisfied with how they're doing. Oh, I'm at this level now. I'm happy, you know. And it looks like what you're saying is you should never get satisfied. Keep believing. Keep pushing hard.
Yes. Just like I am now. I am in 23. I was in 18 before. I actually want to be in top 10, top 5, even world number 1.
Yeah.
Because I believe nothing is impossible. But I know it's very, very difficult. I know playing against Frank Dong or Malova Suksin, it's something that is very, very difficult. And to win against them is like 20-80. But you shouldn't put that on your head. You have to fight because through fighting, they can also have some kind of difficulties. I know it's going to be very, very difficult, but of course, I always believe in myself that nothing is impossible. Yeah. And I can actually see that no one is actually consistent apart from the Chinese.
Yeah, it's true.
So I've been losing and losing like 1 year now. I think like a year now, I played almost 6 Super Series, I was never in main draw, but I didn't give up. I kept on playing. And if you look very well, some of the players also, they are facing the same kind of difficulties. And that is very, very good. It's showing that table tennis right now is highly competitive than before.
It seems to be that way.
Yeah.
I think it's so well balanced right now. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the quarterfinals. Simon Gauzy, Matthias Carlsen, and all you guys. I mean, anyone I feel out of the top 100 could be in that quarterfinal spot.
Yes.
If they had that draw, had bit of luck, but
Yes.
everyone is playing so well.
Yes, it is very possible. A very good example is Pušar, Tomislav from Croatia. If you look very well, he's unbelievable good and an amazing player. He has been playing in Pro Tours for several years. Sometimes he's even not going to second round, but he never gave up. He is fighting and fighting. And over about 4 months now, he's on top of the world. He's on top of his game. So it shows that even when you are losing, you have to keep working harder.
For sure.
If you are losing, doesn't mean you are very, very bad. It means that you are working very hard. The others are working very hard. But of course, if you keep believing, keep working harder, your positive days, your great days will definitely come. And that is what I'm always waiting for. The bad days will come, but of course, when the good days will come, it might come like in 1 month, then you can have the best history of your career.
Like the Rio Olympics, when you
Yeah,
defeated Timo Boll.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been a
it's,
massive moment for you.
It's like some kind of happenings that
Yeah.
normally happen like once in 10 years or 20 years. And maybe it will not happen again. But of course, that once is a lifetime achievement.
I believe it will happen again.
I also believe, bro, because I keep working and working.
I like it. You've mentioned the world ranking, that you're happy, you like the new world ranking because it's made things change quite a lot. And obviously, ITTF are pushing for a lot of innovations at the moment, changing a lot of the rules. Have you seen the colour sponge, changing the colour?
Yeah,
What do you think of this?
I saw it some times ago, and I was actually believing it was an April Fool stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people. I was putting it on my website.
But I think it's coming to reality now.
It's approved.
I think it's not a very bad thing. So far, someone will not be playing with same rubbers, with same colors, like black or red, so that you won't be able to differentiate which one.
Well, I believe you have to use the rubber. It got approved 2 days ago. You have to use black always on one side, and then the red can change color. So
okay.
you can have like red, green, blue.
Then it's fine. It makes to me. I don't know for others. It makes no big difference. So far, you won't be using black on.
Yeah,
both
that
sides.
wouldn't work.
So
Yeah, long
it's
pimples.
okay, it's fine. It's not a big difficulty.
Oh, nice. Good. What do you say then that you feel could be done better to make the sport better? More participation.
I think right now it is really getting difficult because now in Pro Tours, it is very hard to win a match.
It's tough.
Because now you can have like 15 Chinese, 15 Koreans, 15 Japanese, and these guys, if you look very well, some of them are much more better than us, even the kids from them. So this is actually disturbing. But of course, there is nothing we can do. They have to play because sometimes we don't have a lot of entries. But of course, it will be much more better and much more good for the sport if ITTF can let 32 players stay in main draw. So the main draw will change from 32 to 64.
Yeah.
And for this reason, the qualifications will be much more easier. Not going to be easy, will be more difficult as well.
True.
But it will be a little bit some kind of relief for the sport. Because right now, imagine you go to China Open or Hong Kong or Japan, then you play just one match. Then you go home, it's really not encouraging. And you spend a lot of money. It's quite expensive to play. So I think they should let 32 players stay in main draw and make the main draw 64. I think it's going to be more better than we are doing now.
Hopefully they listen to the podcast and they'll change it.
I hope.
Yeah, I got some quick fire questions.
Okay.
10 quick fire questions. You got to answer them as soon as you can. Okay. First question. What's your favorite food?
Of course, my favorite food is from Nigeria. I love a lot amala and vegetable food.
Nice. Maybe if I go to Nigeria one day, you have to show me some.
For sure, if we come to Portugal, probably next Portugal Open, I'm going to invite you to my house and you eat amala and vegetable soup.
Oh, that sounds... I'll hold you to that. That sounds great.
No problem.
Awesome. What's your favorite genre of music?
Of course, I love a lot of Nigerian musics. I mean Nigerian artists like Davido,
Mm-hmm.
Wizkid, Patoranking. I love almost the biggest stars in Nigerian hip hop music.
Yeah, very nice. Marlon or Fanjandong?
I will go for Malone.
Who's your favourite table tennis player of all time who's actually inspired you?
My favorite table tennis of all time is Jean-Michel Save
Yeah?
from Belgium because of his amazing skills of
Fighter.
giving the crowd, I mean the spectators, some kind of smile. Whenever he's losing or winning, he's always like playing so many balls to the table,
Yeah.
and the spectators are always happy to watch him play.
Nice pick, nice pick. What would your spirit animal be?
Let me say lion.
If you could choose one superpower, what would it be and why?
Well, I will go for spiritual power from God. I think no power can actually conquer that.
That's true, that's the highest. iPhone or Android?
iPhone, of course.
Oh, no!
I'm not ready to be taking pictures and not clear. I don't like blurred pictures, so I prefer iPhone. Of
No.
course, Android is very good and amazing,
Yeah,
but iPhone is better.
No, Android is better. What's your favourite TV show?
I'm not actually used to watching TV shows, but I think I love a series called 24.
Yeah,
I love
24's
that a
good.
lot, yes.
Yeah, I like it.
I watched until the last.
Yeah, I did as well.
Series,
You got
yeah.
all the way, yeah?
Yes, I love it so much.
Yeah, that's good. So good. Intense. You can be sitting there for 1 hour watching, the next episode comes on. Next one.
It's really interesting. And of course, I enjoyed it because of there are several actions there. Shooting and fighting, I really love that. When I'm watching things like that, I want to sleep easily.
Yeah.
But if they are just talking, then I'll just be sleeping.
Yeah. It's true. Okay. What's your biggest fear?
I can't really say I have some kind of biggest fear, but my biggest fear is just when I will stop to play table tennis. What will I be doing?
Yeah.
Because I love table tennis a lot.
That's
But
great.
of course, I will retire one day, maybe sooner or later.
Well, maybe if you retire, what could you do? What would you be interested in?
I really don't know for now. So
Coaching, academy?
I really have no idea
No.
because I don't like guessing at things.
Okay.
And for now, there is no specific plan about the future. But of course, I'm working from several angles
Mm-hmm.
just to fall back on something whenever I retire. But for now, things change. So I really don't want to say I will go into this, I will go into this.
Sure.
Then later I change.
Sure. Well, you're only 30 years old. You've got plenty of years.
Of course, right now I'm 30. I really don't know. It will definitely depend on my body. And for now, I can say that for the next 10 years, I will be actually very fine because I have a very good sponsor. And I think everything will be okay, but all will depend on my body. So what I mean is like I won't be playing under any kind of pressure, but of course I'll be working
Mm-hmm.
very hard in order to achieve a better result in future.
When you play, you move so fast. You've got really incredible forehand, lightning footwork. How do you keep yourself so fit? How do you get this sort of speed?
I think a few months ago,
Mhm.
probably like 2 months ago, I was injured and I got actually so fat. Then immediately after Qatar Open, I got some kind of criticism. And for that reason, I decided to be running and running. I think I've not been moving very well, like 6 months now.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see very well here in Hungary, I move
Yeah.
much more better. So I've been running and participating in some kind of better physical activities in the gym.
It's good. So how much do you run then? Is it 3 times a week?
Like now I'm running like 1 hour.
1 hour? Wow.
If I'm going to run, it's always like 1 hour.
Well, on the street
And
or in a
I prefer
gym?
to stay in the gym.
Better for the legs, yeah?
Yes,
Right,
I prefer to stay in the gym. Then probably if we are not going to play a match during the weekend, probably it can be like 3 times. But
Mhm.
if we are going to play a match, it can be like just 2 times.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So you're in Portugal still? Happy out
Yes.
there? You like practicing out there? You've got a good team?
I think Portugal gave me everything. I made my life in Portugal I made my family in Portugal. I've been there for 9 years. So I think Portugal means almost everything to me.
Nice.
Portugal is home away from home. Portugal has some kind of varieties. I think you can actually find almost everything in Portugal. So definitely, if better offers are not coming, I'm going to retire. Definitely in Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal is an amazing country. And I don't know if you know, like last year or 2 years ago, Portugal is the best destination in European countries.
Yeah, I went there 2 years ago as well, yeah.
So everything in Portugal is amazing.
Yeah, food, the sun.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's very good. It's very good. In the training hall right now, has any of your training changed throughout the years? So when you were younger, what age were you started, and did you notice your talent? Did you start at a really young age? Because Japanese and Chinese players at the moment start at the age of 2, 3.
Just like I told you, I followed the footsteps from my brother. I actually started on the street because we have a very good table tennis all near of our house, like 100 meters away. So I actually started on the street.
What, an outdoor table?
It's an indoor, not outdoor. I started
When you
outside,
say on the street?
outside on the street, yes. That was outdoor.
Wow.
But later, I went indoor with my brother.
Fantastic.
Then I started training.
Do you have any videos of this? I'd love to be able to... Yeah.
I'm not so sure, but I think if Nigerian Table Tennis Federation normally used to keep records, they should be able to have some kind of videos of when I started playing table tennis tournament as a cadet player.
I'll have to email them and ask. I'd love to see that.
You can ask. Probably they should be able to have.
Because I've seen quite a few viral videos go on Facebook of kids in Nigeria playing outside on not even table tennis tables, like wood and then stones.
Yes,
and
yes.
you seen this? It's amazing. I think you've commented on some of the videos actually.
I did that actually when I was young as well.
Yeah.
Then I think last year I actually participated in some kind of event like that. We were using asbestos to improvise, just like a racket. And that is some kind of an amazing thing to start with.
So you must really love the facilities now when you're in Portugal.
Of course, I love it. I love the facilities in Portugal. It's nice.
Cool, Quadri. I know you need to get going, and I really appreciate your time. Do you have any last message for your fans? And
to all my fans, I want to say thanks to all of them for supporting me. Without them being supporting me, there wouldn't be me. And the spirit of fighting will never come to me. Whenever I hear them screaming, Aruna, come on, then I actually get motivated, energized in order to keep going. So they all means a lot to me. And in the nearest future, I will always give my best to always compensate their effort on me.
That's amazing, Quadri. Thanks so much for coming on the show, and I wish you all the best luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
And I'll see you around.
See you.
Cheers, Quadri. Cheers, guys.